Back again now. We're back again. Look, man, I know you don't want to hear this news, but Nico Williams, the deal is on hold right now. The whole is on hold right now, and there's huge risk that it may, you understand, it may not go through. But the thing is that I think Barcelona are trying to find a way how they are going to make sure when they sign him, he will not have registration issues, just like Danny Alman and all those type of things. Now, you remember I told you guys about the money that Barcelona owed, all the money they have paid. Now, let's just talk about the money that all the cash that they have paid so far over the years. The reason why they're having these issues, even to sign players, have been problem, and when they sign the players to register them has been problem. Now, so it says that Barcelona, according to reports in Spain, that Barcelona have finally settled their debts with Messi, Umtiti, Coutinho, Koeman, and the rest of the 2020 squad. Now, this 2020 squad that they are still trying to settle their debt up till just yesterday. Now, the final payment of the deferred salaries amounting to 16 million euros will be made in June 30 and has already been authorized by the club financial department. You understand? That is yesterday. Back in 2020, the majority of the backup squad agreed to defer their salaries. In total, the deferred salary figure reached 121.7 million euros. Barca decided that this amount would be paid in 8 installments in December of 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. And in June of 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025, the final payment outlined in the agreement is scheduled for June 30, 2025. You understand? So that means it's yesterday they must have paid all this money. But check this out. Barcelona have now fully resolved the deferred salary payments owed to the entire 2020 squad. Messi was the player owned the highest amount with 47.6 million euros. That is Messi. He was the one that had the highest when it comes to they owe him the highest when it comes to his salary. Now, for his salary deferred, only 5.96 million remains outstanding, which will be paid day after tomorrow. So Messi, they will soon pay Messi's money. That is since 2020 they have been paid Messi. My God, this is just crazy. It's all a Messi, man. Just check this out now. So Koeman was owned. That's Koeman. That is the former coach of Barcelona, that Dutch guy. He was owned. Barcelona were owing him 6 million euros in total, and his staff less than 1 million euros. So they were owning staff. Other players with significant deferred sums include Coutinho, undisclosed fee. On TT, which is 9.9 million euros. Dembele, 5.5 million euros. So you guys were still trying. You guys had to pay Dembele. Pjanic since that time. That is 1.5 million euros. Sergio Roberto, 4.8 million euros. Neto, 2.5 million euros. Dest. That's that Dutch boy, that fullback. That's 1.3 million euros. You had Brent White, that Denmark guy, 1.2 million euros, and Junior Firpo, that's Junior Firpo, 1.1 million euros. For players like Alena, Matheus, Fernandes, Pedri, Trincao, Ansu Fati, Ronald Araujo, and Ricky Puig, the deferred amounts were all under 1 million euros. So you guys, man, it's not easy. You guys have really tried. You guys have really tried to pay all this money, and still, you see, you're still struggling. You're still being careful so that you don't, because after you have paid all this money now, is there anything remaining to sign players? That is the problem. You are trying to sign Nico Williams, but you don't want to end up in a situation whereby you can't register him, and that is the reason why they are saying that this boy's deal is on hold and is at risk. I think that's the reason why Bayern Munich are so confident, because Bayern Munich still want this boy. Bayern Munich have sold Leroy Sané to Galatasaray already, so they want a quick replacement, and they believe it's Nico Williams. Let's see how it's going to be, man, for you guys, man. See you guys later.